Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped and Goodwood Motor Circuit. It's the media drive day for 2023. We have an immense selection of cars here in the pit lane, but I'm about to get my hands on the Lotus Emira, a car I've wanted to drive since I first saw it at Festival of Speed when it launched. A car that really intrigues me. I even spec'd one up and nearly bought one before I bought my Porsche Boxster, but just right at the last minute bottled it because I just thought, I don't know, it's a new car, and anyway, regrets now. I spec'd a green one with tan interior, and I've seen one since, and they look amazing. So finally going to get my hands on one. I don't really know, I don't know what my expectations are. I've tried not to watch too many reviews of them. I've driven a few Lotuses, but this is meant to be a real step above. I don't have very long. I've got 3 laps, that's it. But I will be talking to the guys from Lotus to see if I can get my hands on one for a longer period of time and really get my head around it. But I thought you'd like to come along for the ride. I've strapped my cameras in. 3 laps of Goodwood in a Lotus Emira. This is going to be a good one. Well guys, I'm now in the driver's seat. A couple of things. Firstly, I've actually had to pull my seat forward, which is really unusual for me. I've got very long legs and normally I'm like struggling for space, but just to get the right feel with the 3 pedals, I've just pulled my seat forward. I've got the steering wheel as close to my chest as it can be. It's in a nice position, great visibility. Now I've got Stuart to my left, who's just off camera, but he's my professional guide around Goodwood. And if you hear his voice, it's because I'm doing something wrong.
Hopefully not.
And he's also big mates with Rick the Spud as well. Yeah. Big shout out to Rick the Spud. He gets everywhere. But yes, we're just waiting for the lights to go green, and then off we go. We've got some nuts cars basically. We've got a Huracan STO in front and a Aston Martin DBX 007, I think. Is that?
I think it is. Yeah.
So it should be good. We put it into sport mode, so we've got 400 horsepower, V6 behind us. I can't wait to drive this car. I think
we can reverse up a little bit, and then Jim will try and get us out.
Okay. Have we got?
So you've got a bit of space backwards. Watch.
Get me out?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get enough lock on to get around there, am I? I don't particularly want to.
No. I think you've got a bit more in that side. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, go on, you got that room that side. Yeah.
It's going to be.
Go on, keep going. You got fine. Yeah. Yeah, plenty. You're through. You go to the right now.
that's the tightest. That would have been scary. Crashing into a Huracan STO and right in the front end off of a Lotus. Here we go. Let's enjoy some laps around Goodwood. Really nice notchy gear change. Quite definite into third, huh? Missed gear change already. Stuart's panicking already.
That's it. Start accelerating through now. Really push it. Across to the apex. Out wide.
You've got to really get hold of that gear stick, haven't you?
That's it.
Now is that a third or a fourth, do you reckon?
So down into third, then you're just on the brake here, off the brake now,
yeah.
Push it in. Nice and wide, start accelerating. Just feather the throttle so you don't, try not to go up in, hard on brake now.
Yeah.
So if you actually feather the throttle and stay in third,
yeah,
it gives you one less thing to do there.
Okay.
So now push on now, and you can just keep accelerating around, nice line, that's it, keep bringing it in now. As soon as you straighten up, 4th gear now. Across you go to the right hand side, past that apex quickly, there we go. Now just a straight line now, up in the 5th. So brake now, hard on the brakes, down into 4th, down into 3rd, off the brake all the way down to these chevrons, and you can just go all the way around. Nice lock. Let it go. Start accelerating, and then we're going to go across to the chicane and brake. So brake going across.
Yeah.
There. Gear change down.
Oh dear. That gearbox takes some getting used to, huh?
Absolutely. Now off we go. Up in a third. That's it. So we'll start coming around. We'll just ease up behind him. Left of him. Up in the fourth. Nice and balanced, across we go. Keep going, that's it, keep pushing.
Wow.
So we go straight line now, on the brake, down into third, off the brake and in we go. And then we just need a brake now, so on the brake, off the brake, turn it in, let it run. So then we're just going to watch the revs, so when we get to 6, just hover for a moment.
Yeah.
And then we're just on the brake. Off the brake, turn it in. You're just giving yourself one less thing to do there.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're just, for that little bit of hovering, it comes out here much quicker. Come on, fourth. Fifth is to go through here. And on the brake. Get those gear changes done. That's it, good. So start accelerating through now. It will come around.
Wow.
Again,
So balanced.
brake and gear changes as you go across. So cross there. That's it.
Oh, I'm not second. There you go.
Thank you.
It's the gear.
Awesome. There we go. On the brake. Off the brake. We might as well keep going like that. So keep accelerating now. Just let it run. Just keep accelerating, but let it run across the track. That's
Oh,
it.
wow.
So going in here a bit quicker, but up in the fifth. Nice and balanced, you can still do it. Straight across. Keep going. Keep pushing. So, on the brake, down into fourth. Off the brake, go straight in. We're going to go into third this time, so brakes, third, off, that's it, go. Lovely, so remember that little feather, so about now, just feather across, brakes. Get yourself nice and settled, off the brake, and off we go. You have to go in this time, I'm afraid.
Wow. What a car. The gearbox takes a bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
It's a very direct change into, it's quite notchy, but it's quite easy to miss a gear completely.
But if you're to find with your gear change,
Yeah.
it works well, but it's just getting used to it.
Yeah.
You've got to go
It's-
out the back.
It's got so much more than, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, we put you into track you a little bit more, but
But
what you'll notice as well, a few times I told you the gear change, because actually, unlike the Exiges, you don't get such a definite. You're getting close to the rev limit.
Where do we go back?
Just to the right hand side. You have to jump out here, I'm afraid.
All right.
Watch you pull over.
Yeah.
So what you'll notice is the shift light comes on, but it doesn't feel like you're getting close to the top range.
Yeah.
So you can quite easily, when we went into a second lap into Magic and it over revved, it does, the Exige used to, you could hear it going up towards the top. You can't so much now. You do have to bear in mind and looking at one eye onto the screen when you're really going for it, just to know where that shift is happening.
Yeah, yeah.
But apart from that, it once you're used to it,
What a car.
it goes and goes.
I was saying to someone before, you give us 3 laps for a reason, because that you're just about getting your head around it, and then you start going too
Well,
fast.
look how we suddenly went into forward water in that last one in 5th gear,
Yeah.
and then had to do a double check. You suddenly had to do something very different on
Yeah.
that last lap. But yeah, it's
Amazing.
got more to give.
Woo! I enjoyed that. I didn't say much. Thank you very much, Stuart. But yeah, I've got to give the car back now and run over and then get my cameras back.
Yeah.
The problem with these media days is the driving experience is over in a flash, but immediate impressions of the car is a very, very quick, very capable car. It's got a beautiful feeling in your hands. I struggled a little bit with the gearbox, not because in any bad way, it's such a positive change. And you just, whenever you get in a new manual box, I always think you have to find your way through the gates and work out where the gears are. I missed a couple of gears. I missed one very early on, literally going into the first corner. That kind of set me back a little bit. But then the other thing is, it's such a capable car, and you've got so few laps. It can do so much more than you think it can. So Stuart we were just having a chat there off camera. You know, he was wanting me to go or allowing me to go more and deeper into corners and faster and so on. But for me, that, you know, you really need to have, I don't know, a day with the car on a circuit like this, lots of sessions, and you'd really, really nail it. But through Ford Water, I was carrying 110, 115 miles an hour through Ford Water, which is a tricky corner at the best of times. It's a real kind of man's corner, because if you get it wrong, it goes wrong spectacularly. Down the back end of the Lavant Straight, you know, 130, 135 probably. I wasn't really looking too much at the speedo, but very, very capable car. I cannot wait to spend a bit more time in it, and anybody who's got one of those on order or got one coming, you are lucky, lucky people. Fit and finish on the inside, absolutely spectacular as well. So un-Lotus in many respects, but there are lots of nice Lotus straights, the gearbox, the open linkage, all of that's fantastic. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one. A very quick whiz around Goodwood Motor Circuit in the new Lotus Emira. But if you enjoyed that, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe.